Hey guys, welcome to Piano Challenge number 34. Today we're going to talk about how to get faster at the piano. To get all the sheet music and to watch replays of the video, just go back to pianowithwillie.com/challenge. You can get all of the sheet music, access to all the sheet music, jam tracks, and all of that for these piano challenges absolutely free. You can also click on the link below this video if you're on YouTube. All right, so let me play this for you. So basically I'm going to take my G major scale and I'm just going to play it up in 5 finger groupings like this. And I can go back down. Now, typically, when we're playing a major scale, we're playing it like this, right? We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, right? Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the right hand. And we go down, sometimes we'll do things like, do contrary motion and stuff like that. But that's how we typically think about playing a scale. What we're doing here is we're breaking this scale up into groupings. And the grouping is a grouping of 5 notes. Now, first of all, I know some of you might think, scales, geez, why do I have to do scales? I'm so sick of scales, I don't want to do scales. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Your major scale, first of all, if anyone tells you you don't need to know your major scale, don't listen to them because they don't know what they're talking about, all right? Especially when it comes to jazz piano or learning really how to get beyond in any level of musicianship, you have to know your scales because all of your theory is built off your major scales. Your modes are built off your major scales. Your chords, other scales are built off the major scale. It goes on and on and on. With a major scale, you can usually improvise over about 3/4 of a song as well, just using notes from that major scale. So it's a really important scale to know, not just for the technical aspect of it. All right, so anyway, I'm assuming that you already know your major scales. If you don't know your major scales, you should check out my Piano Essentials program at the Piano with Willie site. This is where you get all this sheet music. It's all like nice full color. It goes through, shows you chords, all of that stuff. So anyway, check it out over at the Piano with Willie site. So we take a scale. Now, if I did this in C, I could do it on any scale. So if I did it on C, like my C major scale is all these white notes. I'm literally just starting with my thumb on C. Now I move up, thumb on D, move up, thumb on E, thumb on F, G, right? And then I just... Now, the reason that we do scales in this grouping like this is we're also starting to learn how to sequence. Now, sequencing in a musical term basically means that we're taking a shape and we're repeating that shape at a certain intervallic distance usually, right? Or we're repeating it like, stepwise like this, or maybe we're repeating it like in a skipping motion, something like that. Right? And it's usually the same type of pattern. It doesn't have to be the exact same notes, but it's a pattern that we're just copying and pasting, copying and pasting. So here we're doing a 5-note pattern. You don't have to do a 5-note pattern. It could be... Now, where this comes in handy is especially like... So you see how I can start to use this for improvisation? I can start to bring these sequences and patterns into my improvisation. So this exercise today is a way to start teaching you how to play these sequences. Now, one of the challenges is, especially when you're dealing with a scale that has black notes in it, is really? You're going to put your thumb on an F sharp? Okay? Yes, because in this case, typically in playing a major scale, you wouldn't put your thumb on a black note. But in this case, we're doing a sequencing pattern. So we're going to keep the same fingering throughout. Now, what's really important to notice is that you could play shallow on the key bed or deep on the key bed, all right? This is the key bed, all right? All the keys. This is the key bed. From here to here, that's the key bed of the piano, okay? So shallow is out here. Deep is way back in here. Now, obviously, we don't play really shallow, like right at the tips, right? And we also don't play way back here. See where my finger is like way in the back here, okay? We don't play way back there. We usually play like from here to here, so somewhere in that distance. But look at what happens. Look at the shape of my hand. So you see how it's kind of arcing, arcing. But now look at what happens here with this. I got to get F sharp so that I could do that, but look at what happens if I keep my other fingers where they are. See how this finger starts to break and it's bending like that? Okay, and you can kind of see it a little bit from the side view there, but it's not a very good position. Instead, what I need to do is I need to move these fingers deeper in the key bed. So now you see how the shape is a little bit different here, okay? It's not, my fingers aren't way back here where they would normally be, right? That would be very comfortable. But when I play that F sharp, I have to move my other fingers deeper in the key bed. Same thing when I go to F sharp over here, right? If I'm going to do the F sharp, right? If it was F, it would look like that. But with F sharp, I got to do that. I'd have to like really kind of turn my wrist in a weird fashion. So this is where I go deeper on the key bed. Now I'll tell you, that learning that right there is a real important thing to start to understand for your technique. So if you could start to understand deep or shallow in the key bed, and you could start to feel comfortable moving back and forth like that, it's going to be very helpful to your playing. So now, you could do this on another scale. So like, let's say we do it on D. So you see right here, I really got to kind of get deep on these notes right here. See what I'm playing? These three right here, I'm playing them way up here. I can't play them down here because I got the F sharp and I got to go to the C sharp. So notice when I play that 5 finger, I'm kind of staying in this shape, but I have to edit it, right? I have to edit where it's going to start. Okay, so you see when I'm playing that F sharp, see how it pushes all my fingers back. I can't do this because then what happens is then you get stuff that looks like this. So you see how I gotta like kind of move my hands in a weird way? And have you ever noticed that when you play, that maybe your hands or fingers kind of get jammed up, right? They get like, they feel like, you know, they get twisted underneath you. Likely what's going on there is that you need to work on that deep and shallow transition, being able to move between like being on the deep side or on the shallow side of the key bed, right? So this is a great exercise to work on that, okay? So work on this, and I'll see you in the next piano challenge.